This has got to be the most egregious and honestly the most creative way to try to monetize an open world survival game. Welcome back to the channel, survivors. Today we're diving into the ARK Mobile Beta, and I'm going to be talking about everything pay to win, how you can exactly spend money into the game, what it unlocks, and just how atrocious it is. Alrighty, so diving in here, first things first, let's talk about the different ways that you can spend real money inside of the game. Obviously, we just opened up the app, and this is currently the beta version, so obviously everything in this video is subject to change here in the future, but with their hopefully, releasing this game before Christmas or by the end of 2024, I highly doubt all of this is going to be changed. But anyways, nevertheless, in the top left-hand side, on the home screen even, we are greeted with Play the Ultimate Way, the ARK Pass. So if we go ahead and click on that, we can see exactly what it all entails. Number one, they have a monthly installment, so you can obviously pay like a battle pass, $4.99 per month, or essentially $5, right? Let's call a spade a spade. The $.99 is there simply for marketing. It looks cheaper than a total flat, $5. But nevertheless, it's $5 per month, all right? And the other option that we have here is we can also pay $49.99 for an entire year subscription of this ARK Pass. Let's dive in and talk about what it all offers. So for the ARK Pass, we get access to every single released map. Now, we'll talk more about release maps here in a second, but that means any map that is currently released at the time of you playing and subscribing for the ARK Pass, well, it should be, provided to you for free. Now, secondly, we get the God console and single player mode. Yeah, so currently as it sits right now in the beta version of the game, again, I expect this to not really change a whole lot between now and the official release, but the God mode is not available, not even for you as a single player mode. The only way for you to access a true God mode, like flying your character around, spawning items in or spawning resources in, infinite stats, you name it, all of that is actually locked behind a paywall. And right now, as you can see, aka the ARK Pass. In addition to that, they also state they have hundreds of bonus keys every month. Now, again, we'll dive a little bit deeper into the keys here in a quick second, but next up, we have early access to new servers that come out when they release them, and then last but not least, we have double experience in all modes. So essentially, we're getting a lot of additional benefits here compared to other players that may or may not have this pass, and that already off the top to me screams pay to win, especially in a PvP setting. So again, just something to keep in mind, but this is going to be the primary way that they are pushing, even on the home screen, to spend some sort of money playing the game. Now, keep in mind that the app itself, when it officially launches, will be free for everybody to download and play, including the island map. However, they showcase Scorched Earth, Aberration, Ragnarok, Extinction, Genesis Part 1, and Genesis Part 2. Well, currently right now at the time of beta, the only thing that is technically available is the Scorched Earth and Aberration. If I go ahead and click on Scorched Earth, you can see that, oh, guess what? We don't have the map unlocked because by default, the only map that is free is the island map. In order for us to unlock Scorched Earth, we've got additional option. We have obviously the ARK Pass that we can buy, but this time we also have the single one-time fee it claims to unlock the Scorched Earth map. If we go ahead and click on buy now, which doesn't seem to be functioning for some reason, it is essentially $6. You have to spend $6, I believe it's $5.99, in order for you to unlock the single map itself. And now again, I 100% understand this, right? And honestly, I'm not that upset about having to pay additional for additional maps. Like, the island map, in my opinion, has hours and hours and hours of content in that map for most players, especially new ones diving into the game for the very first time that has no clue what they're doing, and it's available 100% for free. So I get that and I respect that. This one doesn't really shake me too much, but it is something to understand that another thing that they're asking you to pay for. And now diving into the second and largely the biggest pay to win antics here inside of the ARK Mobile Beta, and that is the keys. Inside of the game here, we're currently loaded into the island map. I'm going to go ahead and show you. If I open up my inventory, down in the bottom, you can see we have 45 keys. I believe everybody starts off with 50. I'm not exactly sure where these 5 keys went that I had at any given moment, but nevertheless, either way here, if you go ahead and click on the keys, you can see the price points for these keys. You can see for 100 keys, it's $1. You can see for 500, it's $4. For 1500 is 10, and then for 5,000 it is a $30 price tag. And you might be wondering, what exactly are these keys used for? Well, throughout the game, there's actually going to be various pop-ups that can happen at any given moment that obviously will have some sort of offer for spending a certain amount of keys. Not only that, they have hinted to, and a lot of people have already discovered, a lot of different, mechanics inside of the game that you typically would have to wait for. Things like breeding times, waiting for mating intervals, egg hatching times, you name it. Anything inside of the game that provides you, the player, to wait for a duration of time, well, you do have the ability to potentially spend these keys in order to shorten that time, or instantly, have that thing achieved or shortened. So again, very, 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 mobile-like monetization here that we see in other games like Summoner's War, or, other hero gacha collectors or kingdom builders, where instead of waiting for the building to be, built over the next 10 minutes or even 24 hours in some games, you can utilize, crystals or in-game currency to then speed up that transaction. It's very similar here when it comes to these keys being provided inside of the game. But it doesn't just stop there. Grove Street Games have taken it a step further, where they've actually made 2 specific engrams actually locked behind keys, dude. Check this out. If I go ahead and go into my inventory, I go ahead and head over here to my engrams. Check this out. If I actually look for cryopod, I'm just going to put cryo. You can see here at level 50, we got cryopods in the mobile version, and we have the cryo fridge. Oh, look, there's one of my pop-ups, dude, right on point. Log in. You've begun your login streak. Log in tomorrow for a reward of free keys. Next login reward is in 0 hours and 16 minutes. Nice. All right, so 16 minutes approximately, we'll have another pop-up. But anyways, here, when we check out the cryopods, look at this. If we click on them, it literally shows the only way to get a cryopod is by spending 100 keys. Same thing goes here for the cryo fridge, dude. 1,000 keys. So again, if we go ahead and click down on our keys, for 1,000 keys, we essentially have to spend what? $8, right? If we bought the 500 pack right here for $4, times that by 2, right? Essentially, we have to spend $8 in order for us to get one single cryo fridge in the game. And that, friends, is where I have a massive issue with this monetization structure or strategy that they decide to go with here for ARK Mobile. I really dislike this. I mean, I come from playing several mobile games, and even some of the most predatory games like Raid Shadow Legends and, Summoner's War and, Cookie Run Kingdom, literally, you name it. Any gacha hero collector style, monetized game, right? Like, I've literally made content on mobile gacha games for 4 years, right? Probably 5 years. But anyways, so I know my way around mobile games and monetization, and when I tell you, I really dislike this, dude. I don't like the weird scummy. It just feels scummy to me, some of the antics that they have. And when it comes to this cryopod and the cryo fridge, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. That kind of like just pushes everything over top, and it's like, hey, listen, we know that the cryopod and the cryo fridge make a massive game changer, right? It was a revolutionary addition to the ARK games, like an ASE for console and PC. So we know you guys like these cryopods and these cryo fridges. Therefore, well, you gotta cough up some pretty pennies. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of them taking a game asset that has been in the game now, how many remastered, how many redone versions, and then now going to remove that aspect from the game, throw it behind a paywall and be like, you know what, if you want to do it, come on, baby, give me your cash money. I don't know. I don't like that. I mean, let me know what your thoughts are on that down below. I think that Grove Street Games and Wildcard need to go back to the drawing board and really come up and think about, some different creative ways that they can, instill some monetization options, because I do understand the idea of them, getting some sort of monetary value, right? I mean, they're providing providing this game for free, which was technically already provided, you know, but nevertheless, they're providing a free app with one free map, by the way, one for free, not all of them, one for free. And then they can't even put cryopods in the game for resources. I don't know. I just think that's absolutely bonkers to me. When it comes to the different maps, I said at the beginning of the video, I don't really care. It's fine. Like the different maps, give the one island map for free, and then you can buy the consecutive maps. I think having some sort of battle pass in the game is awesome. However, what I am not okay with, this additionally, you know, goes into the monetization stuff, is I don't like the idea, as I've always said on this channel, even with other gacha games, I don't like the idea of monetization, right? Adding a value or monetization options that a player is allowed to purchase, but then that giving them more power over players who did not purchase that said pack, right? I personally think the base core version, the base mechanics, everything about the game that is related to competitiveness, like PvP, should be at 100% even playing field. I do really think that having a battle pass, maybe something similar to like Fortnite, right, where I know it's not the same game, but comparing it to a full cosmetic, you know, like battle pass, I think that's okay. I think that makes sense. You know, add some cool, creative, dynamic, you know, like survivor skins that you can get out of there. You could change the color of your look, maybe some dino skins, you know, like some additional things like that, maybe some like winter themes, or not winter themes, but like event themes in general that you can activate on your own. You know, things like that I think is a really smart move, and I think that would allow for a lot of people to actually spend money and be really excited about playing ARK, you know, on a mobile device. But anyways, guys, that's gonna officially be my take on everything else. I can keep on rambling on this for hours and hours and hours, but I just wanted to hone in on my personal thoughts on the situation and give you guys that maybe did not get into the mobile beta some additional information or insight, I guess I should say, on all the monetization that they currently have here and what they are planning to go forward with by the end of this year if they continue to make that deadline. But nevertheless, guys, provide your feedback for me down below in the comment section, and on top of that, don't forget to put your feedback in the game's official Discord here for the ARK mobile version, because again, remember, this is beta, so now is the time for us to speak up, push out our feedback, and hopefully they are receptive to it and instill some changes before they officially release the game. As always, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything ARK related, and I will see you guys on the next one.